Hi, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and hi, I'm Josh. I am battling the diseases of addiction and mental health. We are into August now. It is August 1st, even though it's technically not August 1st, mainly because moving has taken a lot more time out of my schedule than I anticipated, but I will catch up because that is generally what I do. So we'll keep this train moving along. And today we'll be reading out of Daily Reflections, and it is August 1st. So, living it. The spiritual life is not a theory. We have to live it. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 83. When new in the program, I couldn't comprehend living the spiritual aspect of the program. But now that I'm sober, I can't comprehend living without it. Spirituality was what I had been seeking. God, as I understand Him, has given me answers to the whys that kept me drinking for 20 years. By living a spiritual life, by asking God for help, I have learned to love, care for, and feel compassion for all my fellow men, and to feel joy in a world where before I felt only fear. That's a great one, for me at least. Because I had this long discussion on our Twitter feed, because my handle is tag building hope on Twitter, and it was just interesting because a person phrased this aspect of recovery that I did not appreciate. And it's not my place to comment on other people's recovery, but I do have issues with other people who try and force recovery down an individual's throat. And the way I'm paraphrasing this, because even though there are very few limited characters on Twitter, the person was essentially saying, you need to push people into recovery, force them into recovery. And I personally have never found that to work. Until the individual is ready and has the willingness and the intent to be living it and actually put in the work day in and day out to fight for their 24 hours of sobriety, I don't think you can force and push sobriety on anybody. Because if that was the case, my family and friends would have done this years ago. When I was 20, they would have just been all right, if we could, we would take this from you because we don't want you to have to experience it, and we'll take that burden. Or two, we would force you to go to these places, you would be cured, and then all you do is just go to AA and NA meetings and take your psych meds. But it really doesn't work that way. So it wasn't really a back and forth. The person wrote that, I quote retweeted it, and then I just had a bunch of people of followers who agreed with me, and I didn't care about the likes or them agreeing with me. All I really wanted to do was have a discussion with that one person and retweet what they said so that the rest of the community could see what I was writing and trying to articulate that you can't force recovery on anyone, and everyone has their own bottom. Unfortunately, the ultimate bottom is 6 feet deep, and I've had to be at a lot of those burials, funerals, vigils, memorials, and they are tough. Yeah, they are tough. So my strength is in living it. This wasn't forced upon me. Just like my addiction wasn't forced upon me, you know. I don't need to describe my drunk log or my use log, but like none of that was forced upon me. I made a choice to do that. Whether it was escapism or I enjoyed it until I didn't enjoy it, however you want to describe it. But my strength really comes from the fact that I actually am living the program. I'm living my programs. I'm all in on my programs. I don't ever want to go back to that person. I stole it from Dexter, but that's my dark passenger. He's still with me. Like, he's still here. He's still here reading these same like daily reflections and talking to you and trying to figure out a way that there's a crack, and he can be very baffling, cunning, and powerful and insidious and try and sneak into my thoughts and get me to do the wrong thing. But I'm just gonna fight for my 24 hours because that's all I got. And that's what I hope for you. I hope that you have the opportunity to truly live whatever program you decide to do that's best for your recovery. And I wouldn't let it deter you if someone tries to force recovery on you. I would just kind of ignore it and stick with the winners. The people you see who have what you want when you go to meetings, those are the people that you want to talk to. You know, they say like stick with the winners or whatever, but for me it's like when I see people walking the walk and talking the talk and they have what I want, like I just saw a woman pick up a 46-year chip, I'm just like, wow. Even with the time underneath my belt, I'm like 46. Or I think I told this story earlier. I met a woman who was 78, had tons of kids and tons of grandkids, and decided to get sober at 78. And I was like, it was mind-boggling to me that she was picking up her 1-year chip, because I was just like, yeah, if I already had a successful career, kids and grandkids, I don't know what my mentality would be. But like part of that insidious, cunning, baffling, powerful aspect of my brain was like, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna live to 156, so I'm already past halfway of my life. Like, do I really need to do this? But she made a really valid point that, you know, that I hope for all of you. And it kind of goes back to our previous readings, is that there's never a perfect time to do anything. And for her, you know, she just wanted to get sober for herself. Yeah, it helps, you know, being sober for your grandkids and for your spouse and for your kids and so on and so forth. But she just wanted to live out the remainder of her days sober and pass sober, and I think that's a very honorable and noteworthy thing. I mean, that takes a lot of strength. I don't know, I'm hoping that, you know, I don't have to worry about that, and I don't have to worry about trying to get sober at 78. I hope I can just keep, you know, this train rolling and staying on the path that I'm on. But yeah, that's my hope for all of you, that you figure out a way that, you know, you can actually be living it and living the program, and whatever that may mean for you, but you are in the center of it and you are living a sober lifestyle that's meaningful to you, so that you can be present for those around you, your loved ones, your concerned family and friends, your work colleagues, and then just for yourself, so that you can notice all the wonderful, beautiful things that are around us in our day-to-day lives. So with that, I'll say, please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and most importantly, use the comment section to share knowledge. It's a community, so whether you're a newcomer or you have time underneath your belt, it's mutually beneficial because the newcomer can ask questions or vent about what they're going through, and the person with time has the opportunity to kind of share their experience, strength, and hope, and what they have done to navigate through some of the hardships, because life does get lifey. Even in sobriety, life will throw adversity your way, and just how they manage to do it. So that's one of the biggest things for me, is building a community of like-minded individuals that are holding each other accountable. So I wish for all of you to stay safe, stay strong, and stay sober. My name's Josh. I'm the founder of the Accountability Group, and also my name's Josh, and I am vigilantly fighting the diseases of substance abuse and mental health diseases.